in Gibraltar?
I think it's very important for this audience to hear about the relationship that Gibraltar has with the UK. I think it's very important for the audience to hear about the Gibraltar authorisation regime and to understand that it's not just about financial services, that it's a vote of confidence in Gibraltar, in its people, in its jurisdiction, and it's a vote of confidence by the UK into Gibraltar. And the crux of the speech was about that and the relationship between Gibraltar and the City of London.
Gibraltar will be introducing 3 pieces of legislation which we consider is important for us. We said that we will be publishing the gambling bill shortly that modernises Gibraltar's gaming legislation. We've said that we will be introducing a financial services bill in order to be able to align Gibraltar legislation to that of the UK in order to be able to secure the internal market between Gibraltar and the UK under the GAR arrangements, the Gibraltar authorisation regime. And indeed, we've also made commitments to introduce in Gibraltar law what is known as an unexplained wealth order regime in order to underpin Gibraltar's commitment to transparency and indeed to the application of the rule of law and good governance.
And of course, Gibraltar Day is about more than just business and commerce. It's a reminder of the fundamental, unbreakable bond that exists between the UK and Gibraltar. Gibraltar will remain British, distinctly Gibraltarian, but British, a treasured and core member of the United Kingdom family. This is, of course, a significant time, with negotiations ongoing about Gibraltar's future relationship with the European Union.
We are currently in treaty negotiations between the UK and the EU on the relationship with Gibraltar, and the Chief Minister is involved in that, and we are very optimistic about the outcome of that relationship, of that treaty rather. The difference is what is happening on the ground in Gibraltar, and we understand that today what happened was a rogue officer, today and the other day, a rogue officer who implemented instructions.
Throughout this process, our governments have worked side by side to deliver a treaty which provides certainty for people and the economy alike in the context of a constructive new relationship with our friends in the European Union. This government will continue to work with the government of Gibraltar to conclude a treaty which protects sovereignty and UK military autonomy, whilst boosting future prosperity for Gibraltar and the region.
The reality is that in relation to the frontier, the financial services sector in Gibraltar is not highly reliant on cross-frontier workers. In other words, the labour pool in Gibraltar is very much Gibraltar resident labour. So to that extent, there isn't the exposure in financial services as there is clearly in the gaming sector. I can tell you that we've had guests here, and I knew about this because as the Minister with responsibility for financial services, it's my obligation to ensure that I am kept abreast of information. We have a number of guests here that are in the process of submitting and acquiring licenses in Gibraltar. We have a global named operators that we are hoping to be able to progress those applications into real licenses in the near future.
We haven't actually found, on a statistical point of view, we haven't found that that's affected the number of licenses that are applying, the number of businesses that are applying for licenses in Gibraltar. I think the key message is that all sides are working towards a solution. All sides are wanting to have a solution for Gibraltar and the surrounding area.